Okay, RB Reboot, Modernize, implementation and features. Okay, first day's morning, it was cloudy, and second day's morning, it was rainy. But today, it's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like this, okay, this is today's topic. RB Reboot, Modernize, implementation and features. Let me introduce myself. My name is ITOYANAGI. GitHub ID is iCover, and I'm the RDoc maintainer. I'm a member of Sakura RB. Sakura RB is every Ruby Tuesday, and my company is Space Pirates, and my hobby is climbing. I plan to climb Mount Zao. It's the highest mountain in Miyagi here. And the highest mountain is the nearest place to space. It's fit for space pirates. But it's so far from this venue, so I went to gorge near here. The gorge means narrow river between escarpments. The Tohoku University official website provides digging points map for fossils. This is the map. A dozen pink points are fossils digging points. And this venue is hemmed in by many fossils digging points. So I went to some digging points, and this is the point, one of the points, waterfall. This is 4 meters waterfall. And this is other waterfall. This is over 10 meters waterfall. And this is gorge, escarpments, and river, other gorge. And I burst through from 4 meters to 10 meters, many waterfalls into several kilometers gorge. And I bivouacked in the gorge with a bonfire for cooking rice and miso soup. When I was cooking rice and miso soup early morning by bonfire, I was given notice, today we have Sakura RB. So I escaped the gorge quickly and went to Sakura RB by bullet train and joined it, and went back to Sendai by midnight highway bus in a 24 hours period, and joined pre-party of RubyKaigi 3 days ago. And it was the hardest experience of this RubyKaigi. In gorge, I didn't find a fossil of the aimed whale, but I found so many shellbeds. Shellbeds means dense shell fossils and leaves fossils. Shell? Okay, this is today's topic. IRB Reboot, modernize implementation of features. Okay? Recent years Kaiji-san's presentation. In the several past RubyKaigi, Kaiji-san, who is godfather of Ruby and the author of IRB, talked about old Ruby. He said, the first language design of Ruby was like shell. In Ruby archaeology at RubyKaigi 2013. After that, Kaiji-san carries on talking about Ruby and shell. For example, 2014, Rash and unique shell for Rubies. 2015, usage and implementation of Rash, which is a unique shell for Rubies. And last year, 2017, IRB 20th anniversary memorial session, Rash and IRB 2. So, and next session of Hagi, RubyKaigi Shiho, next of this one, is Kaiji-san's one. Don't miss it. He will talk about the Ruby shell again. So today's my topic. Let's back up at times. So I sent 2 patches to now IRB. First one is number 14683. This is on Ruby's development red domain. Number 14683, IRB with Reaper. Second patch second ticket is number 14787, show documents when compilation. First one. But I'll talk about how use RDoc use Reaper first. I talked about RDoc with Reaper parser in IRB 20th anniversary, now lifetime resume at RubyKaigi 2017, last year. Ruby syntax is very complex. Ruby's parser is spaghetti. Okay. Okay. Do you see parse Y? A few people. Ruby parser is spaghetti. A lexical analyzer is tightly coupled with parser. Parse Y has over 11,000 lines, so huge. And the overwhelming weight of syntax to come and the uncertainty of lex state hang over us. Ruby's syntax is very dirty, but it's not a good word, so complex. Ruby's syntax is very complex. And Ruby's syntax aberrates for the developer. For example, me and Nobu-san and others. So, but the average level syntax for parser developer is gentle for Ruby users by Mats. It's a great point of Ruby. So RDoc had very many bugs in parsing records. So I fixed so many bugs of RDoc and replaced it, fixed RDoc with Reaper version. Reaper is one of Ruby's standard libraries of lexical analysis by parser. I think that Reaper is best way for parsing Ruby codes for following latest Ruby syntax. Yesterday, for example, endless range. It's so gentle for Ruby users, but it's so new, complex syntax of Ruby. But IRB implement pure Ruby parser. It's hard to support Ruby's new syntax. I thought that Reaper makes IRB's source code parsing better. I discussed Ruby's REPL with Mats, and Mats said I implemented Ruby's REPL IRB running from IRB's history. Do you know IRB? It's very great implementation. And REPL needs when codebug will end or close, because REPL evaluates it at the timing. So IRB uses tokens lex state. Lex state is lexical analysis state of parse Y and syntax error messages. In Ruby, token lex state is in Reaper, and the syntax error messages without evaluation in RubyVM instruction sequence. I ported MIRB's implementation to IRB. IRB has some prompt features, prompt and and prompt S and %NNI. These are prompt N means a prompt when the code line is continued. Prompt S means prompt when the code block is in literal. So %W literal and %Q string literal and double quote string literal and others. And %NNI means indent level of the code block. Indent level nesting level. And in Ruby, all of these are implemented by Reaper in my Reaper's version. In Ruby, I could resolve the parameters of prompt by Reaper. So first, the prompt N is a part of when the code block is ended logic. Inside spaghetti sequence, spaghetti sentence, IRB uses prompt N prompt like that. And next one. The prompt S is implemented by checking corresponding up and close tokens of literals. This is literals examples. Double quote string, single quote string, and % literals, and here document. This is an example. This is Magian string, double quoted. And this is another example, %W. This is array of strings. Inside string or other literal, RB uses prompt as prompt. The %NNI is implemented by count corresponding namespace, open and close tokens. Increase nesting level when text open token if, unless, while, until, rescue. But skip postfix version because postfix version, for example, postfix if doesn't need end, okay? And def, do, case, for, begin, class, module, and parents. And degrees nesting level when text open text close token, close token and right parents. This is an example. First line nesting level is 0, and class def if increase nesting level to 1, 2, 3, okay? But next line, 1 if true, this line is skipped because this if is a postfix if, and end token degrees nesting level to 2, 1, 0, and after nesting level 0, IRB evaluate the code. Actual example by default settings. This NNI nesting levels column 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and the def statement second line. IRB shows asterisk because it prompt N, and line 3 EOM it's token of here document. So IRB shows double quote. It means prompt S. And this is the ticket of Ruby's red domain. This removes two files. These are IRB's parsers files. 283 lines and 268 lines. And this simplifies RubyLex. RubyLex is so huge file. RubyLex was so huge file, but it's to 287 lines. So Ruby browser IRB was shrunk from total 1,732 lines to 287 lines. The simple implementation is best. I guess simple implementation is best because Ruby syntax is complex. The simple implementation is easy to support and keep the gentleness of Ruby for users. This this is second patch of IRB number 14787. Show documents when completion. I talked about this in Q&A time at last year's RubyKaigi 2017. First, RDocs array binary files are installed to Ruby's directory. This, for example, she'll be installing this last line, make install. Make install runs RDoc inside. This is other case. This is the same. RubyVM install runs make install inside. So this means RubyVM install RDoc runs inside. And this is RubyGem's example. Gem install res. If you use this command, RDoc runs inside. And but many users set no document option. So when you use no document option, RI binary file for RI command are not installed. And many blogs recommended to set no document option by default. Unfortunately, many users don't need documents for that, but I understand it because it's just for RI. Do you use RI command? Oh. I use RI commands sometimes, maybe 5 or 6 times. I'm RI maintainer. This is a usage of class for showing document RI storing. And this is usage of instance method, RI storing sharp gsub. And this is other example, usage of class method, RI storing that new. Bosa-san, I wrote on this ticket number 14787. RDoc installs all documents to Ruby's directory by default. Many users never use it because it's just for RI, includes me. Never, no, not never. Sometimes use it. Okay. I think that it's a reason of the many users don't attach importance to documentation. So I want to improve the importance of RDoc's data, RI data. Shibigan replied the ticket. I also do not use RI on the command line. Okay, me too. I would not know why. Because I myself simply do not use local lookup way for documentation normally. It's the same opinion of me. And the continuation of Shibigan's comment, I rarely just Google. But I heard so many Ruby users after I'm RDocumented. So many users said, I just Google. How about you? So many users, maybe over 10 people, and I answer, me too, every time. And using the browser is about 100 times more convenient for me as well. Wow. It's the exact same opinion of me. Browser is very great software than RI. Perfect comment. I actually sad. But I want to improve importance of RDoc's data. I said twice because of important. IRB completes namespaces such as class, modules, methods, and so on when it calls tab key. Do you know this feature of IRB? Oh, okay. In this patch of this ticket, I use RDoc as a library. When you press tab key one more, just after that namespaces is exact matched, RI document is shown. This is demonstrations. For example, this is string literal, and this is compilation. And this is exact match. And after that, I press tab key one more. Okay, this is our so big font. Please wait. Wow, great. Tab key. Wow. Good features. Okay. This is just an aside. I want Ruby's documentation design. In the ticket, I talked about language documentation design. Perl has RDoc feature, and users easily access documents of modules by RDoc command. And Python has docstring feature, and users can access it on REPL. Those are each language's design of importance. Each language's documentation design. Users use the language on the documentation design, so library developers write documents on the documentation design. Ruby doesn't have documentation design like Perl and Python. Ruby just has RDoc, IRB, and any other supports, but these are just fragmented features. These are not a documentation design. I want to improve Ruby's documentation design. This sketch is a side of my documentation design. I want to improve the gentleness of Ruby's documentation design. I think that the gentleness for users is very important in Ruby. Please remove no document option for improvement documentation at Ruby 2.6 or later. Because that ticket IRB's feature, maybe it's adopted for 2.6, maybe. So please remove no document option for improvement documentation. But you should not remove no document option for Ruby 2.5 because it's so fast to install gems. So please remove this at 2.6, after 2.6. Please write documents. Thank you for attention. Okay. Maybe 9 minutes. Any questions? Okay, please. Please speak slowly.
Thank you for your talk. I'm the Lightning Talk speaker about RIP. And
thank you.
I saw about indentation nesting design, so you have to count the level of indentation. And I'm just wondering, in RIP, this is implemented by using syntax error. So we rescue syntax error and see if the multi-line ends. And I'm just wondering, is the approach of using prompt N and prompt S better for handling edge case than using syntax error?
Okay, I will show edge case. This is 2.6. This means trunk of Ruby. Case 5. When this is new feature of 2.6, this is for endless range. True, but this is buggy because when 3 ... after next line put through line shows asterisk. This means separated line. So this is a bug of IRB. So this is buggy edge case. So well, I understand what he said. This is so dangerous feature. Yes. This is so buggy. I understand what you said. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for a great presentation.
Thank you.
When I was using binding IRB, but I couldn't get variable and method context. So Ruby version has not supported version and context variable and methods. Is there?
Do you want to switch context in IRB?
Yeah, binding IRB.
Binding IRB. Maybe you can use Workspace. Do you know workspace feature of IRB?
Yeah, no.
Workspace means, okay, I know workspace of IRB. I've used only once, but I know. Please wait.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe IRB have cd command. This
Yeah.
means change workspace, not the directory. Maybe ABC. No. Okay. Please search workspace of IRB in Google.
Okay, thank you.
Google is very perfect web service for developers. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for attention. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.